And yo. What's up, fellas? What is
What's
good?
up? Welcome
Welcome,
back.
everybody, to Roly's Retro Room podcast, the podcast where we talk about all things retro. We talk about movies, we talk about TV shows, we talk about music, we talk about toys, we talk about everything, video games, everything you could think of from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Yeah,
Yes,
pre-internet
sir.
days.
We talk about it here. This is
Yep.
what this is a safe space for everyone to go back in
Yes.
time and hop in. I was actually told by one of our followers that he considers our podcast his DeLorean.
Oh wow.
Literally, he told me that our podcast is like a DeLorean. So that was the most complimentary thing I think I could have been told.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's like a time machine back in time.
Mhm.
That's right. And we show all this stuff. We unlock memories. That's what I've been hearing. It's like, yo, we just unlocked a memory for me that I totally forgot about.
Yep.
So that's what we're here for, man.
Yeah. So how's everything going over there for you guys? Everybody's having a good time, living life. We didn't talk about this last time, but Tony is married. He got married.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
I did
We
not.
both attended the wedding.
Yes.
down there
Thank you
in
guys for being
Miami.
there. Natalie, you looked wonderful. I mean, Mike, you looked wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. I looked great. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I appreciate you coming through. I hope you enjoyed the food, guys, and it was an honor to have you guys there.
It was actually a beautiful wedding. Being a DJ, I've done tons of weddings and it was very nice. Actually saw a wedding planner there that I've known for years and it was great
Who will
to
be on the
catch up.
podcast.
Yes. So yeah, it was good catching up with her and all that good stuff. So, it was a wonderful, wonderful event.
All right.
So
Yeah, well, thank you guys for being there. It was a beautiful moment, and baby, I love you. I married my best friend, and it was a happy day. Thank you guys for being.
I shed a tear too, bro. I really did.
Yeah, I tried to
Meanwhile-
keep it together.
meanwhile, I wasn't shedding a tear because of the relationship that you and I have,
Yes.
where we can't be in serious situations.
No, we
And I
cannot.
start cracking up for the dumbest things. And I literally contacted our friend Chris. And I was like, if you were here, I would be dying right now. Because as I'm there watching you and you're up there, the little kid starts screaming. And I was like, oh no, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. This is serious, this is serious. Don't laugh. All right, cool. And then your fiance or your wife now looked beautiful that day.
Yeah,
And
she
then
was funny.
I know how you are. And you did that face that you do when you're super emotional. And I could not, I was biting my lips because you were there. You look at her, you're just like, I was like, oh my God, I'm dead. I can't. Tony, don't do this to me. And it was a great day. It was a beautiful thing.
It was so happy. I was just so happy. I was happy in tears,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Of course. Hell yeah. You're marrying your best friend. That shit's awesome. Just we're stupid fucking guys that can be in serious situations. Don't invite us to a funeral, please. Like,
No, I think I would want you guys there to lively. Like it was my funeral. I want you to like lively up the moment. You
Well,
and Chris need to be there.
I did that at a close family member of mine. Like I was told that we were supposed to be like down and we're supposed to be quiet. I had the whole place like laughing and because we were talking about the good times and all the stuff. It was my cousin. This guy was like my brother. We're talking about all this.
Yeah.
Everyone's cracking up.
Yeah, he was a
Like
great
the
guy.
older generation, it's just like we're supposed to be like serious and mellow. I'm just like, yo, Brian Brian wants to be having a fucking party and cracking the fuck up right
Yeah,
now
for
at
sure.
his fucking thing. So I get it. I respect. So when they told us something, I moved it outside, but everyone moved with me
Yeah.
because of the stories. Again, basically what we do here. I was literally telling retro stories, stuff that we did growing up, and we're just fucking having a good time. But anyways, ladies, Tony's off the market. He's locked down. So y'all missed your shot. But
Yep.
it was a great wedding. I'm proud. I'm happy for you guys. The reason
Thank
why
you.
they know each other is because of me. So you're welcome.
Yep.
And
Well,
yeah,
we met on Stir, and
Right.
then we found out that you knew each other. So
yeah, I was the missing link. That was the link. They're like, wait, he knows Roly. Wait, she knows Roly. Oh, okay, hold on.
Yep.
We're good.
Yep.
So
Miami, it happens.
yeah,
It does. It does. So what's going on with you? I heard you guys picked up a bundle. Both of you guys.
yeah. So we'll go with you, Mike, first. We'll leave my haul for last.
So I I think we spoke about this movie maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. So I walked into a store that's literally downstairs from my job, and I saw this, and I'm like, I need to buy this for my brother. So this is technically for my brother, but when he comes down, I will give it to him. But it is Short Circuit in
Great movie.
VHS. Yeah,
I'm
great movie.
alive.
What
Love
a
that movie.
I
wonderful
love that
movie.
movie. I love the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
saw
how
it.
is
I had to
I
buy
always
it.
got him and J5 confused, but yeah.
Yeah, Johnny 5, J5.
Yeah,
So
Now
I was
here's
like,
the thing about those movies. Mike, do you know which one is the one that we watched more?
the second one.
Right. Okay.
always.
I just want to
I
make
think
sure.
everybody in the 90s watched
I
the
don't know
second one.
why the second one was played more. We didn't own it. I know we didn't own it, but the second one was on all the time.
Mhm.
And that's the one that's like ingrained in my mind. Because at the end, that's when the one he's gold, right? Like he's gold
Yes.
plated.
Yeah.
Yes.
The second one, because it was on TV all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Which
It was such a great movie.
I'm gonna throw it out right now. Mike, listen to what I'm about to tell him. Tony, you need to watch this movie so we can make it the movie spotlight. It's called The Wraith with
Okay.
Charlie Sheen. He
I've
hasn't
never seen it. I've
What
never
a
seen it.
great movie.
Yeah. Apparently,
And
it's
what
this
we're-
typic 90s movie, right?
No, 80s.
80s movie
This
Yeah,
is
it's
like
an 80s movies.
one of his first movies,
with Charlie Sheen.
if not his first movie. But you need to watch this movie. Every one of you haven't seen The Wraith. Before we do the movie spotlight on it, go watch this movie. Like this was one of my brothers and I's like all-time favorite movies. And funny enough, what we're gonna do today about movie spotlight, this is literally that was the first
Mm-hmm.
one of the
Yeah.
first street racing movies.
Yeah.
if you
Yes, it
think
was.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really?
but anyways, Tony, what you got today? What you got this week?
Okay. My nothing big, but I bought a bunch of Funko Pop. And before everybody out there in the retro community, yes, I take them out of the box. I enjoy it
But why?
No,
because I enjoy it.
everyone has their preferences.
I need to enjoy it. I like to. I don't like to see in the box.
Shame him
It's
for
I
opening.
kept the box. But anyways, all I'm saying, it's a pretty good pickup. I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan. So when I saw it, I was like, you know what? For $5 on Whatnot, sure, why not? Be water, my friends. Be water.
That is pretty
Very
sick.
nice.
That's my pickup today.
I have some pickups, not to the level of what I normally have. I normally have like 147 fucking VHSs last week, but this week I was light. I was actually in Chicago for a System of the Down concert. Got this shirt.
Oh yeah.
The concert was fucking incredible. And I've only been back home for like 2 days. So I really couldn't go out there as much, but I did find some stuff. And here we
Nice.
go.
Let's see what you got.
Not a big thing. It's only about 12 inches. And the only reason why I
That's
know
what she
that
said.
is because it's written on here. And I found this Dare ruler
Look at
in
that.
the 90s. Like this thing was, I had to clean it up and take some stickers off of it. But look at this thing, man. This took me back
That
to
is
5th grade.
clean.
That is incredible,
In
man.
elementary school in 5th grade in Silver Bluff with Officer Kowalski talking to us about Dare.
The fact that you remembered your officer is incredible, my man. He
had
must
a
have had
name
a
I've never
great
heard of, like
officer.
Kowalski, like Officer Kowalski. Like it sounds unique.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't remember my officer whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure that we would all fail the dare test.
Mhm.
Not
We were-
me.
Not you.
I've never done a drug in my life.
Good for you, my
I'm
man.
not trying to like this. It just never interests me because I played sports and like
Good
I
for
had
you.
a younger brother and then I had a bunch of cousins, so I always had to be like the role
Yeah.
model and I always take care of my friends. So I'm not like we grew up in Miami, like
Yeah.
it was almost like everywhere, but
Yeah.
it never like hit me like that. But everyone did it around me and I was cool with it. And we threw parties. Mike and I had an apartment and
Yeah.
our apartment was like
A box,
just
a hot box.
anyways, pickups. This is
Nice.
another
What else you got?
vintage sweater I got. Tommy Hilfiger.
Whoa! You just took
That's
me
a
back
throwback.
to high school, bro. Holy
Yeah.
moly! Look at that thing. Yo, that was part of the hip hop click group, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I saw a couple of guys in the hip hop click group wear those, leaning on
Mhm.
the wall, looking fresh. You just took me way back. That was definitely my high school days at
And
Varela.
now the last one, the
What you
last
got?
pickup I got, and I already have one of these up there. It's a Nickelodeon one, but I saw this one and I had to get it. Several reasons. My grandfather had one, and I want to say it was this one, but the GE digital clock radio with the wood
Wow.
grain. It
Wow.
works,
That
by the
is
way. I
a
plugged it in. I was setting it up and stuff like that, but I didn't like in order to show it on here, I wouldn't be able to. Actually, hold on.
Does that still have the nightmare fuel alarm?
oh,
That
that's awesome.
Oh my god, that's works like a charm. Like, check this out. Even though it said GE on it, like
Mhm.
because back then in the 70s and 80s, or like I think that it was a 1980s alarm clock. It also had a radio, but like back then it had GE, and GE was like the staple of anything electronic,
Yeah.
scientific, whatever.
Mhm.
It was GE. But funny enough, that alarm clock was actually created by the Thomson Consumer Electronics. And while GE sold the rights to consumer electronics business to Thomson, 1987, the brand's popularity continued, leading to market flood and these durable, unique, ubiquitous devices, which means they were everywhere,
Mhm.
that people still fondly remember. And
Yeah.
again,
Mm-hmm.
people that are listening right now, I guarantee you, one of your family members or you had this alarm clock.
I
For
I
sure.
could tell you like almost every house I went to, one of those alarm clocks were there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
For sure. Like,
Which is why I
for
had to get it.
yeah, for sure. For sure, for
So,
sure.
but those are the pickups we got this week. Now,
Not bad.
today is September 4th. Today is the birthday of no of the legend Jason David Frank. That's why my buddy's here today.
Yep.
And we want to pay respects and honor to the one of the greatest Power Rangers to ever grace us. Like this guy was an incredible person, not just an actor and a martial artist. He was a crazy martial artist, but a person. He was such a positive person. Like he at all his conventions, he had the longest line and he made sure everyone got attended to. If you met him, he gave you your 5 minutes. He wanted to know about you. He would talk crap to you. He takes pictures with everyone. I took several pictures with him. I have a funny story. I don't want to drag this, but it basically he at the first convention I went to, he says he'll never turn down a fan for a picture because of us is why he does what he does. I see him leaving the bathroom and they were doing a photo op. It was like $50 to get a picture. I'm like, oh man, like $50. And at that time, like it was crazy. He was just starting
Yeah.
to do conventions. So I see him walking out. I'm like, hey man, is there any way I could get a picture with you? Like tomorrow the schedule is crazy. He's like, yeah, man, of course. We go, we take the picture, and then he shakes my hand and he goes, by the way, I didn't wash my hands. And he walked. And I'm there just like, that guy's awesome. If this is Jason David Frank's piss all
Yeah.
day.
Sure.
But that guy
Yes.
was awesome.
What
And
a
I've
great
met
guy,
him
man.
several times after that. And he remembered me because of my name, because my name is Roly. And then the first time I said it to him, he's like, what was that? I was like, Roly. So he wrote it down. Like, man, that's a cool name. And he shows me his watch. Then when he came to Miami, I was like, yeah, I brought my DVD set of the Power Rangers that I just got. And I was like, oh yeah, can you sign it, Roly? And he's like, Roly? Like, he's like, California? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, man. Ever since I heard your name, I thought your name was awesome. I was like, you remember
What
me? That
what
was
a
awesome.
moment. What a
Yeah.
moment, bro.
But
What a moment.
the guy's awesome. And the one thing you take away from it is kind of like the Robin Williams thing. Like you could be somebody could be pushing out positivity and happiness and wanting great things for everybody and
Yeah.
spending time and being this guiding light for people. And they could be battling those demons and have a huge darkness in them.
Yeah.
And bro, it's just so fucking tragic.
It is.
Yeah.
It
It
really
really
is.
is.
And it's
So
we pay respects to his family and stuff, because let me tell you something, he carried that franchise to the
absolutely.
very end.
Yes, he
To the
did.
very end. Like he didn't waver. And he carried it. He was in all those, different ones.
He was
He
in Mighty Morphin, Zeo,
Yep.
Turbo, Dino Fury, and then he came back for like 2 of those like legendary comeback things, and in Forever Red,
Yeah.
and the movies. Obviously, he was in both the movies.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Actually,
think,
all 3 movies.
yeah,
Because he was in that new one, like a little cameo.
that's right. With Kimberly, with Amy
Mhm.
Jo Johnson. That's right.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Well, yeah.
So, Jason
So,
David Frank, let's go ahead and give him a Dragon Zord salute. Let me pull this
all
away
right,
a little bit.
let's go.
And
There we go. JDF, that's for you, my man.
so, since we were talking about alarm clocks and alarm clocks have radios in them,
Yes.
what better way to segue to radios, car radios, and
Nice.
the evolution of the car radios?
Right.
Because right now, if you break into a car,
No.
a car from 2018 and up,
Right.
you're not jacking no radio, bro. That's an infotainment system, screen dash thing. You're taking the entire fucking dashboard. Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
breaking
Yep.
into cars to steal a radio isn't a thing now. Like, you don't do
It
that.
isn't. No.
You like door check to just like see if people left something in there. But when we were growing up, you had to lock your door because there's a very good possibility somebody's gonna try to jack your radio.
Yep.
So
And sell it at a pawn shop somewhere.
yeah.
Or the other thing you can do was you can pull out one of these boys, the pull-out
Mhm.
radio,
The pull-out radio.
The pull-out radio.
and walk around with your radio in your hand.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Where do you put that thing?
It doesn't matter. You put it on the table right next to you. Make sure nobody takes your radio.
Our dad
You're
had
going to the
one,
mall.
right?
You're taking that thing with you.
Hell yeah.
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 Mike, didn't our dad have one of these?
Yes. So he actually had that same exact one in his red Porsche 928.
Wow.
And the interesting thing is when the battery would die, you had to put in a code, and the code was with the numbers on the bottom, but you would press like the 1 and you would go, because it was a 4-digit code, so you press the 1 and you would put the number, whatever number it was, 6, and then you press 2 for the different numbers. And I mean, the pull-out radio, I mean, it was iconic in its day, and it's just something so different. I mean, the pull-out radio was only a cassette player at that time.
Yeah.
So it had, its little cage where you would, slide it in and out, and that's what it was meant for.
Wasn't there like a leather case for it too, like to carry it?
The leather cases came later.
Okay.
And we'll get into that.
Okay.
But I want to touch a little bit on a couple other radios that came out in this time, which were like the Kenwood radio with the EQ, with the graphic EQ.
Yes.
This one, some of them had removable faces, but in the early days, if you had a pull out, you would pull it out with you. But these you wouldn't be able to pull out. So
the mixer on the bottom.
that is a graphic equalizer. So you can sit there and actually go through and tune each band exactly how you wanted it.
That's insane. That's like
Yeah.
having a stereo at home. with
Yeah,
that, 'cause
basically.
you only had equalizers at home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which
Wow.
that's a whole nother segment that we're gonna cover later on.
We're gonna cover that later on with vinyl
but-
and everything.
I mean, this was one of them, and then the one that we all remember was this one, the
Mhm.
Pioneer Dolphin radio.
The Dolphin radio, bro.
Those
I had
radios.
Everyone had one of those. Like,
Yeah.
all right, so this thing plays the dolphins swimming. It plays the car, the race car, the F1 car flying by it. It plays the people swimming. Like, everyone had one of these radios in their car. We particularly had a car club, and we had a few of us had radios like this that did this graphic in our car club. I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Mike had a Mitsubishi. I had a 96. Mike had a 94 Mitsubishi.
94,
Eclipse.
yeah.
And
I
then
had a
he had a Caprice.
I had that radio in a 92 Celica, Toyota Celica.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was actually talking about my Eclipse today with somebody. It was pretty funny.
My Eclipse or your Eclipse?
Technicality, because it was yours and then it was mine.
And then, yeah. I told Tony today how you had it working for like 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then you did what you do to cars.
Yeah, I mean I've gotten better over the years, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then one of the iconic things of your green eclipse, which I wish I would have found the picture because I have a picture of it. But this was the radio that you had in that
Yes.
car.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So the thing with these radios, all right, so the radio on screen, this era of radios, these were the ones that you took the faces off.
right.
So during this time, the pull-out radio thing stopped because they figured, the radio companies figured, taking the thing is too much of a hassle. People are complaining how heavy they were, blah, blah. So they're like, all right, we're going to make detachable radio faces.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these things would do graphics as well. This one in particular, I remember when I had it, it played CDs, and this is when I was burning CDs, and we'll talk about something about that later. And I can actually burn, instead of a regular audio CD, I can burn an MP3 CD and put way more music on there, and it would tell you the name of the song and all this, and the band and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had, and we would do this all the time because we went to car meets. We were in a car club. Our car club was called High Standards. We had it on the top of our what's the name of that? The top of our windshield,
Top of the windshield. Yeah.
on all of our cars. And then when we would all leave our cars, we would take our radios off, and then we had little plastic
Little
cases.
Yeah, little cases.
And we would put it in our back pocket and leave our cars like there. So funny story about this is, do you remember when you and me were driving with Hot Dog, our friend Gus?
That was his name.
Yeah, that's what we called him. And we're turning on 87th
87th
Avenue,
and Sunset.
and
Yeah.
he turned. He had a Ford Ranger,
A
with
V6
cut
Ranger.
springs,
Mm-hmm.
with cut springs, and this thing was just the most uncomfortable ride. He turned this corner because, mind you, it's me in a 96 Eclipse, Mike in a 94 Eclipse, it's Julio in a 2003 Eclipse, Sam was in a 90.
I think he was in his Honda? No, 90 Honda.
A 90
Wow.
Honda.
You really
so
had a
these
car
are
club.
all like tuner cars or whatever, and we're turning, but we have a little more precision, and so we're turning at like 35 miles per hour. I know we're assholes. Then Gus decides to turn like we do, but his car is just unstable. He turns so fast, the radio face flew out of his window. And he calls
Yes,
us,
bro.
but did he call us? Did we have the walkie-talkies?
No, he called us.
He called us, and he's like, "Yo, we need to go back. My radio faceplate flew out of my car, and we gotta go find it." So now
Because
we all got.
so he hit the curb. That's why it flew out. So he hit the curb. The radio face popped off and flew out of his car.
So we had to do U-turns and go to that gas station on Sunset, 72nd Street, and 87th Avenue, and we all had like little flashlights and stuff like that. And we're there on the street just fucking looking for a radio faceplate, and we found it.
And we found
Wow.
it.
And it was
We
working.
found it.
Yeah.
We popped it right back on, and
That's
we're good
incredible.
to go.
That is an incredible story.
To-
I cannot believe it's
to-
still working.
To give Gus credit, that pickup truck was fast because it was a V6 and it was manual, so it was fun to drive. But oh my god, when that radio flew out of the window, bro. And it's not like it flew out of the no, it flew out of the passenger window because we were making the left because I think we were going to his house, or I think we were going to the hangouts on Bird and 87th.
The car club meetups in front of Best Buy.
No, there were the ones by La Carreta.
Oh, it had moved from the
Yeah.
Best Buy to
Mm-hmm.
the Carreta on Burr Road.
But yeah, that was what a fun time.
Just to tell you how we all customized our cars in certain ways. I had the LEDs on my car. We installed our speaker systems on our cars.
Wait. They were not LEDs. They were
HIDs.
actual tubes.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
do you remember that Julio and I painted it black so that you wouldn't show from the back?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Crazy.
we put the tubes, these neon tubes on our cars ourselves. The gauges I had JR Electronics put on. I had pods. on my
And you
car.
had the Indigo gauges
Indigo
in
dash.
the.
Nice.
Mhm.
I had the cold air intake. We had the muffler on there. We had the fucking the nasty fucking speaker system that we fried my air conditioner with because somebody put the key on when we connected the battery.
Oof.
My bad.
But then this truck that we're talking about had its own custom thing. This guy painted the truck with house paint.
Brocha with a
With a
brush.
brush.
It didn't
Bro.
look bad either.
No, but you could tell it was house painted because it didn't have the same gloss that all of us like. We would all pull up and think Fast and the Furious. We would all pull up and park in a certain way, and it was kind of like synchronized. And then you
Always
see
backwards.
that reflective glare on all of our cars, and his was just kind of matte. So he customized the car by painting it with house paint and then cutting the springs. So he could take off 5 miles per hour, and then if you're behind him, it's like a big window, and you just see a big head just. And when we would be in the street, I remember we would mess around. When I would be driving behind him, and I had my boy Julio or something with it. We'd be driving behind him, and we would get to a red light, and we would get out of the car and open the flatbed, and let it hang. And he would be like, "Motherfuckers, get out and close it again."
No,
Oh,
one of the things that we used to do a lot was we would stop at a red light and we would flip up our windshield wipers and we would do it right before the light changed. So it was like fuck, you had to but bro, that was fun. You would flip them up and then you would go.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the radios. So yeah, those were those radios. That was what the 2000 the early 2000s,
Early 2000s.
2003, 2004ish time that we had those. And just the fact that you're in your car and you had a little video playing was dope. Now, obviously, the next thing that came was the sliding out DVD players,
Mhm.
double dins,
Yeah.
which I had a double din in my Scion. I had a
Right.
Pioneer that I could actually program a background to and stuff like that.
No,
Julio had a Jensen
yeah,
that came out, right?
From
He got it at
Yeah.
Brandsmart, I remember.
yeah,
And it slid out and then
Mhm.
came up and then angled, right?
yeah.
That's
And
cool.
then when Alpine, because at that point Alpine had only had the flip out one.
Mhm.
And Alpine, when it came out with the IVA W200, sorry, I used to work in car audio, so
Yeah.
that's part of my thing. When that radio came out, when Alpine came out with that double din radio, oh my God, it was one of the best radios ever. Because Pioneer has always been great in radios. But when you talk about Alpine, I mean, just, it's so different. And then it was always between those those four with the Kenwoods as well. So Alpine, Sony, Kenwood, Pioneer.
Yeah.
And I mean, those radios were just something else. I mean, the Sony radio, the one that you had in your car, this one here. I mean, everybody had that radio. If you didn't have that one, you had the Dolphin radio.
Yeah.
And that first one that you had, that would tip forward and then you could put the CD player.
Yeah,
it would open up and then it had that little slit for the
yeah.
CD.
So you had
Same with the
on
Dolphin one.
Yeah, on the right side, you had the button where it said open, and you would hit the button, the CD slot would open up. That was actually the reason why Roly got that radio. It's because it was the first radio to do MP3 CDs.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And I fought him on that. I'm like, no, you got to get a Pioneer because Pioneer right back then was, I mean, one of the best.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I want to burn MP3 CDs. And I was just like,
so I could
what's
put
that?
more music
on a CD.
one CD.
Yeah,
And
it's all
on
compressed.
MP3 CDs, depending, I think it was if it was CDR plus or CDR
Plus,
minus,
yeah.
you could keep adding music to it. Whereas one of them, I forgot which one, but one of them
CDRW.
Okay.
CDRW, yeah.
One of them you could keep adding music to it instead of having to make another one and make another one.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I got we worked at Best Buy, so I got the CDs, and then every time a new song or I would think of something. Oh fuck, let me make a fucking crazy fucking rap hip hop fucking CD. And I'll think of 2 or 3 new songs to add to it. Boom, boom, boom. I just add them onto there. Do you remember the song that we used to test out our bass?
There's a couple of them.
Well, there's a theme one to where we're from that we would use for the most part. Mr. Worldwide.
Pitbull.
Which one, bro? Come on.
Damn it, man.
That one. Okay. Actually, I used to in the late 2000s. I used to use a milli because a milli had the hardest bass line. But yeah, Damn It Man was one of the ones that hit hard. Actually, funny enough, I'm wearing a Marlins jersey today, and when the Marlins won the World Series in '03, they were playing the game. I didn't care about any sports or anything like that, but I was putting in a system that day. And as soon as I finished putting in the 212s and the amp and all of that, I was like, oh, let's go drive around. And then they're like, oh, the Marlins won the World Series. Like, perfect.
Yep. And you're at La Carreta on Bird Road and 87th. So that's how you rode those cars.
Yeah. So as far as this, so I got this radio because my car was very dark on the inside, and then we had thrown lights on the inside. So the fact that it like lit up like this cool blue and with the red accents was pretty dope. And then again, after that, I got a Scion TC, and I gave my clips to my brother, so he could, because he didn't have a car. And in that Scion TC, I got a double din Pioneer.
For our audience, can you explain for what a double din is? Actually, it's for me. What the hell is a double din?
So basically, the screen is always out. It doesn't go away. It doesn't slide in and out. It's the screen. It's a touch screen. And it took up 2 sections. I believe that's why it's called double din, right?
Yeah, because the single din is
this.
Yeah, and then the double din, basically a radio that takes up a screen. Slots. So like right now, if you look at your car and it has a screen, it's a double din.
Yeah.
Okay. Except it's just built in now. That's how it is. That's how most of them are all now, right? All cars are like
yes,
that.
all cars now are
cars now have that infotainment system with a screen. So
again, that are impossible to jack.
Right. No one's breaking into a car for the radio anymore.
No.
Like there's no, I don't think there's any value if you did fucking get, like, if you see a Honda Civic right now on the street, you're like, oh shit, if they leave that fucking car unlocked or they fucking go away, what do you get? No one's buying these, no one's jacking radios or fucking buying radios anymore. To the point where nowadays you should just leave your fucking door open so nobody smashes your window. Just make sure you take all your shit. I had my car broken into, my Scion TC, the same car, because I had just moved to an apartment. They broke into my car and they couldn't steal my radio because it was the double din, and it was like integrated, so you would have to get into it. But what did they take? They took my GPS. Remember, we used to have like single independent GPSs that we would hook onto the car. They stole my iPod, my fucking black U2 iPod that I had, that I got from Best Buy when I worked there. And some other crap. But now all those things that I named is our phone. So we take our phone with us. So there's really no reason to keep stuff in your car. Because when you get out of your car, as long as you take your keys, your phone, and your wallet, what's in your car that's of value? Your registration.
Yeah.
So I think it's best, so you don't get your window smashed, just leave your car unlocked, because they can't steal the car unless they have the key. And what's going to happen? It happened to me when I lived in Miami. We have video footage of it. They came to my car. They door checked it. It was unlocked. The kid goes into my car for like 13 seconds, looks around, opens the glove compartment, takes everything out of the glove compartment. It's like, oh, there's nothing in here. And then he fucking left. He saw 2 little cars, and that's it.
Yeah.
And mind you, my brother's car, the Camaro, and my car, the Mustang, were parked almost next to each other. Like they were like 2-3 feet apart, and they checked all of our cars.
That's it. That's the evolution of car radios. Car radios are not getting jacked anymore. We went from grabbing a bar and sliding a whole ass fucking radio out and carrying that shit with us. I believe there was almost like I think there was like a purse like satchel for them.
Mhm.
Then it went from this, you had just straight stick-ins that you had to literally like fight to get these things out. And then the evolution was the flip down faceplate ones that we had our little plastic containers that we used to keep in our back pockets.
Yep.
And yeah, man. And then now we're in this double din era of there's no reason for anybody to break into a car, steal a radio, because you need to steal the entire dashboard.
Yeah.
And how are you going to sell that? Like, what are you going to
Yeah.
do with it?
They're gonna know it's stolen immediately. Versus these. Oh yeah, we don't know it's stolen. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we'll buy it. But what are they gonna bring the entire dash? Here, I'm selling this.
Yeah, I
And
got
they're
this
like-
dash here for you.
That was radios in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Because the pullout started in the 80s,
Yes.
Yes,
but pulling out started way earlier.
that's what she said.
All right. Moving on. And with that
All right.
being said, going from car radios, we are going to the movie spotlight.
Mm.
And this week's
What is
movie
it?
spotlight is not one movie. It's not two movies. It's three movies. And it's a trilogy that's taken out of a 10 movie series. But why do we
Franchise.
choose these three? It's for this reason. The movie spotlight this week is the Fast and the Furious trilogy, the first two.
Yes.
Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift. Whatever you think about the last movie, we got some words to exchange here for you. If you do
Yeah.
not like Tokyo Drift, Tony and I got some words. Mike,
we got some
fuck
words.
up.
Yeah.
Oh
There-
my
there-
God.
Look at that. Look at that beauty.
Okay, so we had said earlier. Okay, just for the record.
Yeah.
When the Mitsubishi Eclipse came out in 1995, that model, I mean,
Yes, that exact model.
I fell in love with it. My mom's friend had a daughter who had one, and she brought it to our house one day, and I instantly fell in love. I actually should have liked the girl too, but the car is what really threw me off. Later on, I developed a little crush on her and whatever. But that car, I fell in love instantly. The car that I was obsessed with before that was the Dodge Viper. And we will talk about the Dodge Viper later on. But
Another 90s classic car.
yeah, this car, when I saw, I'm like, oh my God, that Mitsubishi Eclipse was incredible.
It's beautiful.
Incredible. So much so, I too
Yes.
have my own version of it. And the inspiration for my Eclipse was green. It wasn't lime green like that, but my whole thing was a green Eclipse.
Yeah.
When Paul Walker pulls up in this movie, in this car, this scene,
the first scene.
oh my God. Well, it's the first scene after the carjacking.
Right.
Yeah.
When the car comes up and right here, I'm just like, oh, it's so beautiful. This car
It
is incredible. Like,
Yep.
I love this car. And the fact that this car is only in the movie for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it gets blown up. I was fucking enraged. Because mind you, we saw in the trailers when the movie came out, the first one, that it got blown up. I'm like, oh, they're probably gonna fix his car. Like, I'm here hoping they're gonna fix his car and then he's gonna come back. It's gonna be the hero car. No, man. R.I.P. to that Eclipse. Mind you,
Eclipse.
yo, there's a bunch of people who have reproduced this car and they look incredible. Most of them are in fucking California.
Yeah.
But I think there's one in Miami actually. There's one guy in
There
Miami.
is one of
I've
Miami.
seen
Mhm.
Yeah.
that has the exact fucking replica.
And-
every time I see it, it's fucking, I drool over it.
What people don't know, that all of these cars were not the GSs. They were all RSs, so that you could put the hood scoop on the roof.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because the GS had the sunroof, and then the GST, which is the turbo version, which came with the 4G63 motor, which is the same one that I had in my Eclipse.
Mhm.
Oh my God!
And remember, the GST in the 97 came with the
Convertible?
whale tail.
Oh, the whale tail. Yeah,
Well, Tom.
The one
Yep.
that we put a whale tail on your
I
car.
put a whale tail on mine. Yeah, I had a '96, but my friend Marcos had the same car, same color. I didn't even have to. We didn't even have to paint it. It was the exact same color, and we put the whale tail on my '96 Eclipse.
And oh my
Yep.
god, that tail made such a difference.
It changed the whole aesthetic of the car.
Yeah. We wouldn't drive that car like hard. I mean,
Oh,
I think I drove it as harder than Roly ever did because Roly doesn't drive fast.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
He's
when we were in that car club and I had to keep
He's-
up, and then I had to like prove that my car could keep up, I
Yeah.
would. But me, myself, I don't have a heavy foot. Funny enough, I drive faster now, but it's because my car is fast, not
Yeah.
me. Like my girl has to tell me, why are you going so fast? I'm like, I'm not. And I look, I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing 95. Because the Camaro just wants to fucking go.
It's
Yeah.
made to go. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a
Anyways,
fun car to drive.
absolutely. But anyways, back to the movie. Why are we doing the first 3 Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh, there's my
because
baby.
these are the 3 movies that have racing in it. This is what the franchise was for.
Yep.
Now, the franchise was supposed to stop at Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, that
That's
was it.
why Vin Diesel comes in at the end, and that was supposed to be like the send-off. Like the guy that was there in the beginning is there at the end, and it's supposed to send it off. And you know what? I would have been fine with that.
Same.
I would have been
fine with like that too.
fine with it being sent off like that. You had the new kid who just became the new DK, Donkey Kong, Drift King,
Drift
King.
go against Vin Diesel in his Charger, right? It was a Charger at the end.
Yeah.
And perfect way to end the series. But the first movie it's like a low budget. It looked like an independent movie from Universal, and just the cars in it. At that time, Honda Civics were everywhere. Everyone had a Honda Civic.
Yep.
That black Honda Civic, that was a Me Too car. Oh, you have a Honda Civic? Me too. Everyone had fucking Honda Civics. I fucking hated the Honda Civic because it was a Me Too car. Like again, if you had a Honda Civic, cool, awesome. And it was the car that you could get the most parts for the cheapest because there were so many people that had Honda Civics. You could go to any car parts place, JR Electronics, and that was our place in Miami, and you could order all the parts you wanted. You go on back then eBay, like we used to buy heavy car parts on eBay back in the day. Anything you could think of, and you could get dirt cheap on eBay parts for your car. If you had a Honda Civic, forget about it. What part do you want and what color do you want? And they make 1 billion of them.
Yeah.
But in this car, it was highlighted because that's the car that they traveled in to like do their heist. Yo, they were stealing VHS players and DVD players.
Yeah. Like
that was what they were stealing. Like that was they were stealing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of DVD and VHS players. And you think about that now, it's like, the fuck, why were they stealing? But back then, DVD player, remember when DVD players came out,
they were like $1,000.
The first DVD player that we had in my mom's house was my mom bought a 3-disc DVD player. I don't know why she got that one, but she got a 3-disc change DVD player. I think it cost her like $200.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is insane. And there's my baby. So the Eclipse was yours.
Yeah.
And it was nice. But then when I saw them rebuild this Toyota Supra twin turbo like beauty, I was like, that's the car I want. And so much so that my stepson David hooked me up. He's like, look at this. Look at that.
It's beautiful. And I'm not saying anything. I love my car, but this car is fucking beautiful. Like,
so
first of all, the Supra is just a beautiful car. I've seen this car in plain colors. I saw an all white one not too long ago, and I had to stop and just admire it.
And only the 9 from 1994 to 1999.
No, 96. 94 to 96.
That's it. Those are, for me, peak.
Let me fact check myself.
Peak Supra. Like, that's it. Like, these new Supras they came out with, garbage. Sorry. I'm sorry, Toyota. Garbage. Did not like them. I was like, no.
But yeah,
Take
this
me
car,
back to that.
This car, when he brought it in, and I remember that part, he's like, yo, you owe me a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car.
dude.
It's like no vision, and I'm just like, yo, they're probably gonna fucking
I'm sorry, 93 to 02
thank you.
with that
Yeah.
body.
with that body style. 93 to 02.
I did not fucking know that. I thought maybe 97 was the last year of that.
Do you know what motor came in the turbo cars?
No.
The 2JZ, one of the best motors Toyota has ever made.
Yeah. Yeah.
That motor,
Peak Toyota.
God, yeah. That Supra, I mean, you can go right now and try to buy one of those Supras, and it costs more than what it cost retail in 1996.
Oh, you're looking at 50K.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
more.
that and an RX-7, and
No, more. You're looking at
these-
over almost 6 figures.
and these bad boys.
Skyline, too.
Yeah, but you know, that's
and
important too.
The crazy thing is the cars that were in this movie. So we had Mitsubishi Eclipse. I believe this one didn't have the Evos. We had Nissans like crazy. There was 240SX, right?
Yeah.
They had the
Which one was Ja Rule's car? A Mazda?
Integra.
Yeah,
Integra. Yeah.
They had a Volkswagen Jetta hooked up. That was
That's right. That was a
kid's car.
They
Just-
had a Nissan Maxima.
yeah.
They had a Maxima. Yeah, that
A
The
was
Honda
Blue
2000. The Honda 2000.
Honda
Johnny
2000.
Tran drove a
Johnny Trent's car was a badass car.
Yeah, and then in the second movie, Suki drove an S2000 as well.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Anyways.
Those are badass cars. The Honda's
Getting off.
2000s.
So, anyways, the first Fast and the Furious, they bring in all these cars, and then this ignited. There was car culture before.
Yeah.
But this ignited the car culture after that. Like,
Yeah.
it blew up. We
It
all
blew up.
wanted a fucking street racing car. We talked about this earlier in another podcast. When we left the movie theater, I saw this movie twice in the theaters. And every time I left the theater, the entire parking lot of Sunset Place, everyone was revving. We're talking about people in fucking like regular cars, not fucking racing cars, where you're just so hyped. And I remember I was like, all right, yeah. I was driving a Mazda fucking 323 hatchback, and I was just like, I need to get a fucking like a street car, like a tuner car. And I don't know how I was gonna make it happen, but I need to get a Mitsubishi Eclipse. And bro, I got my Mitsubishi Eclipse.
And you
This
got it.
movie, when it ended, I remember also, and we talked about this as well. It ends with Paul Walker giving Vin Diesel the keys
Yes.
instead of him turning him in, knowing that if he does this, he's gonna lose his badge and blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And he lets Vin Diesel take right into the sunset, where he ends up going to Mexico, which years, and I mean years later, I think we all found out that there was like an after credit scene where he's in, was it Mexico?
Before after credits was even a thing. Like it wasn't like, I mean, granted, Ferris Bueller's had one, but no one knew that. No one knew there was an after credit scene in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
To this day.
And we said this earlier that this was very reminiscent of Point Break.
Yeah.
Where Johnny Utah lets Brody go and surf that wave, and I mean, he's going to
Brody
surf
dies though.
Yeah, he's going to go surf to his last wave, but
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's gonna live on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But
so that's that's the first Fast and Furious. Ignited car culture. It started the whole thing of, are you tuner? Are you muscle?
Yeah.
We were mostly tuner in our group. Like our group
Tuners.
was all tuners. Like I named them. It was all Honda. It was we had a 90 Honda Civic, and we had basically all Mitsubishis. And then we had fucking Hot Dog's truck. That was.
I think the one I liked a lot was the Honda CRX.
Oh yeah, the little one.
That one, that hatchback, I would love. I would buy that to this day. I'm like, that car is badass. I thought it was good. I don't think it was really much of a racing car, but it was just, I think it was just so unique in its style.
And then when they came out with the CRX started, what they did later was the little two-door hatch.
Yeah.
Which now they call hot hatches, because those things didn't weigh anything, and man, you can 500 horsepower in one of those things, bro, you were flying.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. So
But
yeah. I mean, it's just we all had those. We wanted, we were tuners. I get it.
so that first movie that ignited that. Then, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Brings
It
it to
holds a
our
special,
hometown, baby.
holds a special place in our heart because it's in Miami.
Mhm.
We were there when they were filming this.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like
Look at
we
that.
were in the culture when they were filming this movie.
Yep.
And there were postings all around Miami about like filming times. You're gonna be like streets are gonna be closed. They closed off I-95
They
to do
closed
that
off
whole
I-75,
Biscayne
what
Boulevard in front of the AAA
I-75.
at the time.
I-75.
Yeah.
They closed down
Yep.
I-75 to film that whole scene where they're racing
At the
back
end.
to get to
Yep.
the platform at the end where the helicopter's supposed to go or whatever.
Mhm.
Yep.
At night in downtown, they filmed
Miami.
right next to Miami Stadium. The
AAA.
initial first race.
Yep. The AAA. I
And
remember. And then they had they came up. I believe they lifted up a bridge.
They did.
I believe it wasn't the Julia Tuttle. It was
No. So I know where that bridge is, and I've passed by where they filmed that scene, this car scene here.
Yeah.
It's not that far. It's kind of like by Northeast 12th.
Yes,
So it's a
I know
little
what
further
you're talking
down.
Yeah.
And that street, it's crazy because it does like a little S turn, and you go drive through there now, it doesn't look nothing like that.
No,
But
definitely
that
not.
bridge
I know
is
the bridge.
yeah, that bridge is literally right there, and then that jump scene was just crazy.
Yeah.
well, that jump seat fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Because first off, the three cars that we're talking about is the Skyline, the S2000, and the Supra. Because the RX-7, he's like, nah,
Hell
fuck
no.
that. He was
Yeah.
cute. He was supposed to be cute. I know he's Puerto Rican in real life, but he was supposed to be playing.
He's supposed to be
right?
Cuban, yeah.
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 He's like, baby, not today. And
Yeah.
he fucking
Yeah.
hits the fucking brakes. And then Suki, Paul Walker, Brian O'Connor, and the dude in the Supra just fucking hit that shit.
Yep.
It hurt to
They
watch
destroyed those cars.
that Skyline make that jump.
Yeah.
The S2000, I didn't care for it, but it survived and lost the front bumper. That Supra, though, he went into a fucking wall, dude.
Yes.
So
And us car guys, us people that were in the fucking culture, that were in the fucking car scene, yo, I think as we watched that movie, we're just in our head racking up. Oh, you gotta get that shit replaced. That's the front end. You gotta get it fucking painted. You
Yep.
gotta get it wrapped. You gotta fucking get your thing extended. You gotta get everything buffed out first. You gotta get new headlights. Remember, a lot of us were doing Euro lights back then
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
So you gotta get fucking new tubes for your neons, bro. I think that hurt us in the culture more because we're just like, as we saw all the damage, we're just like, oh my god, bro, that shit. If that happened to me tomorrow, like I would fucking.
Yeah.
That's 3 paychecks gone.
Yeah.
That's my
Easily.
car.
Easily.
well, Craig Lieberman, which was the technical director for that movie, he has a YouTube channel, and he did a background on Too Fast and Furious and what all they did, and that scene was an actual accident. It wasn't supposed to hit what it hit. It was supposed to stop right before it. The Supra, yeah. So that's just a little
Interesting.
tidbit. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to crash the way it did. I mean, that car was totaled by the
Okay.
end of that.
Okay.
Right. And another thing we'll add, if people didn't notice, Paul Walker did almost all his own driving stunts.
Mm-hmm.
Like this scene right here, when he's supposed to drift and turn into the camera, all him. He did not want a stunt double to do it. He's like, yo, I can pull this off.
Yeah.
And he goes and he did. This guy, I mean, again, obviously,
Yes.
another person that we lost. And we lost him in, I think, the only fashion he would have wanted to go out, which is in high speed. Granted, I know he burned alive, which is horrible.
Yeah.
But he loved fast cars. He loved
racing.
this. I mean, funny enough, everyone associates Vin Diesel with this stuff like that. Vin Diesel was just making a fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
he was in it for the movies. He did not have the love for this culture that Paul Walker had.
Agreed.
Paul Walker lived and breathed this.
Yep.
Do you know that Letty and Mia didn't have driver's licenses when they filmed those movies?
That's insane.
I knew that Mia didn't because she was like 17 or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. None of them had, not Letty nor Mia had licenses when they filmed
Yeah.
the movies.
But yeah, in Too Fast, Too Furious, taking place in Miami, Florida, our hometown,
Our hometown, baby.
they had the Skyline, and they had an RX-7, a Supra, they had an S2000, and then the new cars that they get when they start working with the police and the FBI,
Yeah.
they got a 2003 Mitsubishi GST Spider. Am I saying that model right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
GST Spider and
GTS Spider.
GTS, my bad. And then they got that was the first Evo of that generation of 2004.
Evo 8. I think
Evo
that was
8.
an Evo, a 7 or 8. I don't remember.
Right.
I think it was an 8.
I think it had just come out. Or
Yeah.
no, it wasn't out yet. I know it wasn't out yet because we were working at when we went to work at Best Buy, the guy that worked for me got one of the first ones that came out that year. The Evo that's in this movie wasn't out yet, like publicly. So we got the Evo 8 and the Mitsubishi Spider. And that car looked fucking sick. That became like our friend Julio's like goal. What he wanted his car to look like. Because it was silver as well. He didn't have that the hood design and stuff like that. And obviously we didn't have the rims. Man, where do you confiscate these rims from?
Yeah, and it was a convertible.
Yeah, which I'm not a fan of convertible cars. I don't care who you are. Like I just don't like convertibles.
Convertibles are more heavier. If you didn't know that, convertibles are about 500 pounds heavier.
Yeah,
So
I actually like.
it.
I'm more of a T-top guy. I think that's why I like the Supra.
Oh, T-tops.
Well, a buddy of ours, and I believe he does listen. I talked to him the other day. He was talking about the podcast. He had a 94 Camaro, Frank.
Yes.
A 94 Camaro.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, as the story was told to me, his T-tops flew off.
Yes.
On the expressway.
Yes.
Oh God.
Because they wouldn't lock in for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, they were a hazard.
When he told me that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, bro, I was just fucking there dipping. And I just heard waka waka, waka waka, 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 and they fucking flew off. One and then the other, I believe. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. They don't have T-tops anymore.
No.
For that very reason.
But
so
yeah, this movie in Miami definitely was it was a vibe. It feels very Miami.
Yeah.
Like everything in this movie was crazy. When they raced those other two guys for their muscle cars,
yeah,
all decked out in year one.
Yep.
And there was no way, like even us as guys watching the movie, we're like, there's no way that these tuners are gonna beat those muscle cars
in real life. No
so
way.
Of course they had to pull some kind of Hollywood fucking script flip on it where they fucking play chicken, they hit the fucking sign or whatever. Because I'm sorry, bro.
Well, I think Paul Walker said it in the movie. Brian O'Connor said, he's like, look, there's no way we're gonna beat these cars.
Right. Yeah.
And then he's like, save the spray for the fucking ride back.
Yeah. That Yenko Camaro. Oh my God, those things were ridiculous. And that Challenger.
That shape.
Oh my God, that Challenger.
When he's there in the thing and he just fucking revs it, like fucking what's his name? Tyrese is there and he like wing. And I was like, bro. And he's like,
no.
He's holding
I think Tyrese's face said it all, bro. He just went like smiling. Like,
engine's too little, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Where'd you guys
American
get those
muscle.
Cracker Jack toys?
Nope.
But yeah, man. And I mean, the driving scene in this one where they're getting away from the cops and they're shooting those things that fucking do the EMP or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Wynwood.
What?
That was in Wynwood.
That was in Wynwood.
That scene was dope to watch. And then at the end, it gets a little too much where they fucking drive the car onto the boat. And, and again, this is a movie where Paul Walker delivers possibly his most iconic line.
Forget about it, cuh.
I said, forget about it, cuh.
I said, forget about it, cuh.
Listen, Paul Walker is the only guy that could pull that fucking line out.
Yeah, I think so.
Because,
well, Chris got me in saying it because Chris would say it all the time, and I'm like, yeah, all right, cuss.
We
But
all
I'd say the
said
Z.
this. We would say it before part of our regular fucking
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly. It was our
Mhm.
part of the
But it
conversation.
came off different. Like, nah, forget about it, cuz. We'll say
Yeah.
like that, cuz.
Cuz with the
Nah,
Z.
cuz you crazy. Nah,
Z,
forget
yeah,
about it,
not
cuz.
cuz.
But
Nah,
then
cuh. Forget
Paul
about it,
Walker
cuh.
came and he's like, I said, forget about it, cuz. And I'm just like, I'm saying like that from now on. I'm gonna Paul Walker that shit.
I'm gonna Paul Walker. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it off. Forget about it, cuh.
That's the point. You're not supposed to be able to pull it off. It's
Yeah.
not something you're supposed. What makes it iconic is Paul Walker doesn't pull it off. It's
No,
a
he doesn't.
cringe. It's a cringe ass fucking line.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Because it's Paul Walker, and because of the movie, you know what? It doesn't work so much that it fucking works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Forget about it, cuh.
Tyrese comes out and goes, Elian and Fidel, ¿qué pasa, Jota?
He's
I
like
can't-
washing their car.
I can't say the next line because it's just crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, me gusta chocha. 1, 2, 3, 4, taco, me
Yeah.
gusta chocha.
And
Like,
then he
yo,
goes,
Tyrese, let me give you some Spanish lines to say in the movie.
yeah.
But
And then he goes like, fuck you, putos, or something like that.
Yeah,
That's my
and he
ass.
throws a fire. And they get
Yeah.
it's my ass, puto.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But again, this was a good movie. It had
Yeah.
racing in it. It had car dynamics in it. Like, it had good chasing scenes and stuff like that. We're still racing cars in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, there was
Yeah.
3 pivotal car racing scene in
Yeah.
there. And now the last one, where this one's controversial, but funny
Sure. On
enough,
its own.
right now, I think culturally, this one
It's considered
probably
the best
stands
out of the franchise.
way better
Yeah.
than most of the other ones, because right now we're in this big era of Korean culture, K-pop,
Japanese
all
culture.
this
Yeah.
stuff is popping right now. And I dare say people probably favor this one over the old ones because of the cultural impact that it has.
Yeah.
But when we saw this in the movies, don't let him fucking fool you. Don't let Mike fool you.
No.
We saw this
he's not
movie
fooling me.
all the fucking when it came out, we saw it in theaters, and then we got it on DVD, and we would watch the shit out of this movie. The soundtrack to Tokyo Drift
Is
was
a banger.
constantly sold out that year
Yep.
when it came out.
Yeah.
I worked at Best Buy, and I worked next to the media department, and I would be like, hey, do we have any Tokyo Drifts? And the guy, I remember Babbage, he's just like, nah, man, every time we get them in, they fly out. He goes, now that I know, I'll put one aside for you when it comes in. And he did that. And we ripped Tokyo Drift's soundtrack into my Xbox. And whenever we played Need for Speed Underground, the one with the one that I told you with the BMW that you have to like go through that list of people, we played that soundtrack throughout the game instead of listening to the soundtrack on the game. The soundtrack on the game was good, but we listened to that Tokyo Drift. I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. Like,
Yo,
that song
banger.
was everywhere,
Banger.
bro.
That was a
Everywhere.
Oh my God, that song was amazing.
Yeah, man.
And I think when I heard it for the first time, I'm like, yo,
The Teriyaki Boys
yeah,
tearing it up.
yo, this is so good, bro.
But
And then, but immediately I saw that movie. I'm like, I want to go to Japan. I need to go. I need to go to Japan.
that movie, I went to see it with low expectations because none of the main people were in it. And I was fucking surprised how much I liked that movie. The intro to this movie, badass. It starts off with a bad fucking race. And who else? What car does he race? My other fucking favorite car before the eclipse, the Dodge Viper. I think this is one of the last times we saw a Dodge Viper, because didn't they stop making Dodge Vipers like in 2006 or some shit like that?
Something like that, yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
They came out like they made a couple towards the like they took it away and then they brought it back and yeah.
But this one still kind of resembles the one that we were obsessed with.
Yes.
94 to 97 one. Like those were the fucking peak Vipers with those fat fucking tires on the back with the yellow rim. Remember, it had a yellow rim. Such a fucking bad car. But anyways, this one starts in the beginning. I could quote this movie from the fucking beginning to the end, where she's just like, "Well, this is my ride," and it says my ride. She just married my ride. And then he's like, oh, you want to race? And then what is it? He like names everything in the car. He goes, this thing has a blah, 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 boiler exhaust. He goes, oh, you read the brochure.
Yeah, you read the brochure.
Yeah, was it?
Fucking threw the fucking ball through his fucking the back window.
Yep.
And then he's like, I only race for pink slips. And he's the guy looks at him was like, the fuck am I gonna do with that piece of shit?
Yeah.
And just for the record, the reason why all that trouble happened was because his chick was a scandalous bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She started all that shit for nothing.
Yep.
You have my boy from fucking Home Improvement, who's probably like 35 years old, playing a fucking 18-year-old, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, he had crow's feet in this fucking movie. And he's like, yeah, I'm an 18-year-old fucking baseball football player.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah. And of course, like, I'll never forget. It's like, well, it looks like I got a date for the prom. And he's like pulling up. He's like winks at her.
He does the wink. He's like,
well, looks like I got another
and
date.
then, of course, in true little spoiled bitch fashion, he fucking rams him off the fucking road. Of course, fucking little spoiled white boy.
Yep.
Just fucking
can't take the heat.
I thought you
exactly.
me.
I'm rich.
Goes to knock him off. And then that crash scene where his car goes upside down.
Yep.
It's in slow-mo. You see the Tabasco flying on the screen. And then it cuts to them being in the police station, and he's watching the video that the guy recorded. And he's like, can I get a copy of that?
Yeah, exactly. Great line.
How are you going to tell me this movie sucks? How are you going to tell me this movie isn't good? And we're not even in the Tokyo part yet. The intro to this movie was fucking badass. And the intro song, we were playing that song all the fucking time.
Yep. Was that Click Click Boom?
It's just
by Saliva?
The song that plays in that race is Ball with the Ball, actually.
Yeah.
But when the
by Kid Rock.
starts, it's at the starting of the week. And then bro, that song,
it's only Monday.
Yeah, that song was fucking fire. I'm telling you, that soundtrack is fire. The soundtrack to Tokyo Drift is fucking fire. But the first race in this movie was awesome. He goes through the fucking house, jumps that shit, and then he pulls up to him. He pulls up to him with the ball playing, and he's just like dun 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 dun, and he just winks at her. I'm just like, yo, this guy is swag upon swag.
Swag all the way.
Like
swag all the way.
His riz was fucking high as fuck. Then what happens? We transition from the police station. He's sitting on the airplane going to Tokyo, and it takes, bro. There's not a dull point in this fucking movie.
Oh, there really isn't.
He goes to the school. He meets Little Bow Wow.
Yep.
Little Bow Wow introduces him in the world. Little Bow Wow has this. That was a Scion as well, right? Was it an XB?
XB.
It was a version of an XB.
Right.
Because
it had the Hulk on it, the foot,
and
the thing like that. And he had the sparkle steering wheel that he would snap onto it to his car.
Because if you didn't know, Scion was only imported to the U.S. for the U.S. market. So in Tokyo, they were Toyotas, but they had a different name. I don't know the name.
Yeah, so now he's in Tokyo.
He's in Tokyo. Lil Bow Wow introduces him to the world. And obviously, the cars look amazing. Everything's great. The first thing we're all fucking looking at is the women, because they're all dancing. They're playing the fucking the music, and it's just doing that speed up slow motion to the dancing. And you're just like, bro, it's badass cars, women just dancing all around. And then they're testing the cars. And then finally, the whole scene with DK and this guy happens. And he's like, oh, yeah, he could borrow my car. If I'm Han's car was a 240.
No,
put that up.
This one?
No, Han's car, the first one, the Mona Lisa one.
He lent it to him.
Oh, yes, it was a 240.
It was a 240. He gives him the keys to the 240. And this guy's just thinking, oh, a race? Bro.
I'm sorry. It was a Nissan Silvia.
What?
It's a Nissan Silvia. So it's like a 240, but it has a different front and a different rear.
Ah, okay. That's why I always thought it was a 240, because it looks almost like exactly like a 240.
Yeah.
But so this guy's here thinking, if this is racing, I know how to race a car.
Yeah.
Gets in the elevator, and he's just like, "You ever, you know what DK stands for? Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
Drift King." He's just like drift, and then the next scene, that fucking elevator
You're
opens,
just
you see
like
the two cars just sliding, and
sliding.
I'm
And
just
he
like,
knows at that moment, he's like, oh, I'm fucked.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this movie has the most impressive driving up until this point in movies.
Yeah.
Some of the most impressive driving I've seen. I think the next thing that maybe stacks up is the Italian Job with the minis.
Italian
Mm-hmm.
Job. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Italian Job, old school movies, Bullet, stuff like that. Vanishing Point. Those are go watch those movies. But yes,
But
I
this
agree with you.
movie, when he goes to do that first race and he does that first drift, and they show you, granted, this is a movie and it's computer animated, but they show you the bumper and how close it gets to the wall
Yeah.
and how he continues that drift. I'm like, holy shit.
Who
And then
said that that's
all of us,
computer animated?
when they
That's
fucking,
real.
no, the camera angle, there's no way you got a camera that close to that.
Uh, have you not seen drifting?
I have. I'm
Yeah,
talking
bro.
about that first corner that he takes where they zoom into the bumper, the back bumper, and they show the wall. That was manipulated. That's
No,
not
that's
live.
real. It's
No,
We gotta look
real.
that up. We gotta look that up. We
we'll
gotta
look it up at the end.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they go, he does that first drift. Every single person in the theater, every single person when you're watching at home, I watched it recently with my girl, and the first turn this guy does in Mona Lisa in that fucking car, in that Nissan, and he slams into the fucking beam. Oh my god, we all felt it. We
Mhm.
It was
all
all
felt
we were all cringing is
all
what
of
we
us
were
like,
doing.
we're all like, oh
Yeah.
no,
Just like the people in the movie.
oh my god. And then from that point on, you knew what was up. The nastiest part of this, of that first intro scene into the drifting, was when DK was fucking, he just was backwards on the fucking ramp,
Yep.
and he's like, and then
Because
he
he
just
knew.
fucking takes off. And then the roundabout, that ramp that goes up, he's
Yeah.
hitting that shit sideways the entire fucking ramp. And I'm like, that's not computer animated. That was
No,
legit
for
fucking
sure.
driving. He
Yep.
gets to the top and does the spin, and I'm just like, yo, like right at that point, I'm just like, this movie's gonna be fucking ridiculous. Like this just,
Yep. It really
and then
was.
this guy comes up with Mona all fucking hanging and fucked up, and you're just like, oh. But
Yep.
anyways,
And then
this
Han
movie
goes
had,
and he
this
like
movie
goes
had,
to the window. He's like, "Don't leave town."
yeah, this movie had some incredible driving, like possibly the best driving in a Fast and Furious movie. They obviously do like like a montage of him learning how to drift, going through tires. He ends up working for Han. He falls for the chick, which the chick is like kind of like DK's fucking girl or
Kind of.
whatever.
Yeah.
But DK is like an underground mini wannabe gangster.
Yeah.
You see a lot of conflict between him and his dad, him and DK, and then like the explosion of Korean culture in this movie is ridiculous. Like they
Japanese
show
culture.
you
Sorry.
they show you the vending machines that you could
Yeah.
get like every possible meal from, and that's how people like do shit over there.
Yeah.
The club scene again, and the background is like the music of this fucking movie is fucking great.
Banger.
They had fucking Joe Button pump it up
Yeah.
in one of the fucking parts of the movie.
Yep.
And then of course, in true fucking I guess American fashion, what do? They get the engine of what car was it and put it in the Mustang? Of
Uh,
Mona.
I
Of
don't
Mona Lisa?
remember. I don't
It was
remember
Mona
what
3,
what
or
engine it
Mona.
was,
It was
but
Mona.
it was a barrel motor, which you can only get like somewhere in Europe or something like
It's
that.
well, yeah, probably, yeah, but I'm saying, but
But it
they
was
take the
Mona.
engine out of the car, the first car he fucked up,
Yes, yes.
And
they
put it in the Mustang.
in the fucking Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
So now he has a fucking tuner engine, and I'm sure they fucking put all this other stuff into a muscle car, and it's like representation. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
representation of like, I guess, Americans versus Koreans or whatever. It was. I get the symbolism of it, but and then look, like right now on screen, that they made that Mustang look bad as fuck. Like this is one of the first times I'll tell you, like that Mustang was fucking sick.
Yeah, it was. It really
And
was.
he was hitting those fucking he hit those fucking turns, and then all of a sudden DK, like, I guess he missed something, and then he just flies over him. He's hitting the drift, and it's
Yep.
just like at that point, he's like, yeah, no, I got this shit. And
Yep.
then the uncle was there, and he's just like, all right, leave them alone. Don't fuck with them anymore. That's it. This is done.
Yep.
So do you
Takashi,
know?
stay fucking home.
Do
Yep.
you know that the original Drift King was in that movie? He was the fisherman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy
he was
at
the-
the pier when they were teaching him how to drift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
he was
the
the fisherman.
original Drift
and they were
King.
saying, "Oh, he's trash" or whatever in Japanese.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he's doing good, he's like, the guy who says,
Not bad.
Yeah.
It was
That,
not bad.
he was the original Drift King. I think he was a consultant on the movie
Yeah.
too, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on that date with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Or
I forgot.
she's
Was it-
drifting. They're in her car.
She's drifting, yeah. And my friend said that was a pretty stupid scene where they're like drifting, like just enjoy, shh, shh. And then he's like, bro, in reality, it would have been like,
Shitting your pants.
ah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he's like, where's the oh shit bar?
Yeah,
Where is it?
exactly. Like, where is it? Where is
Like,
like,
oh, just relax.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just gonna relax.
Next
And it
time
used to
we're
be
going
flip.
out on a date and we're going out and you're gonna be drifting, let me know so I can wear a fucking pamper.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wear my brown pants.
Exactly. That like
yes.
that, but yeah, I think that's the only problem with that movie. Other than that, it's a great movie.
He
And
wins
still
at the
part of
end.
the race culture.
And then at the end, he is now DK.
Yep.
And now there's a new challenger for DK. And it is none other than Vin Diesel.
And we got reggaeton playing.
And
Mhm.
there's a Donomod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donomod starts playing. They pull up to a charger, and it's fucking Vin Diesel. And he's just there chilling. He pulls
Yep.
up, says something about Han, about how he was driving American Muscle when he was hanging out with him. And then it's supposed to end there. That is where the franchise was supposed to end. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be a nod to it started with Vin Diesel, it ends with Vin Diesel, and Tokyo Drift was supposed to be the last Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
But that one scene at the end sparked the franchise and the interest and the want, and also the video game culture of racing games went to drifting and just street racing, that there was a want for it, and that's how they were able to make all these other fucking movies that it is what it is. All these superhero car movies is what I call them. They're not fucking racing movies. That's why I say Fast and Furious 1 through Tokyo Drift are the actual movies. After that, we have superhero car movies where Vin Diesel could fucking fight Jason Statham with car shards and fucking collapse a fucking parking lot. Shut the fuck up, bro. And then fucking he shoots a car into a helicopter and the Rock is, bro, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't.
They're very entertaining though.
This motherfucker down here, I told him I didn't want to go to the movie theaters to watch a Fast and Furious movie anymore, and he forced me to go watch that one that they go into space. And my son is just like, bro, Papa, this movie's absolute garbage. I go, I know, but we're spending quality time with your uncles. We went with him and my half brother.
They're entertaining, but
they're not.
Stupid
They're
entertaining. But
anyways,
I am excited for the last one because he did come out and said
that
Vin Diesel said, "I'm only doing it
California,
under two conditions: if it bring it
going
back to LA,
racing,
and then bring back to racing culture. That's it."
And then a not so happy fucking announcement he made to me is that Brian O'Connor's gonna be back. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that I didn't like. I'm like,
okay,
but his brothers insisted, and they want to be him.
Yeah.
They want him back,
Okay,
whatever.
not because I don't want. I would fucking love
Yeah.
if Paul Walker was alive, but I just leave him alone. Like, stop dragging this man's name into these movies, because these movies are not good. Like, it's not quality. These are not quality movies. Anyways, we're being up on it. That is your movie spotlight, or movies spotlight. Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift. Which one of these is your favorite? Which one of these is the one that stands on your mind? Do you like Tokyo Drift? Are you one of those people that's a fucking hater like Homeboy down there?
Which one's your favorite? We didn't talk about who's favorite.
Listen. Well,
One for me, it's one, 3, and 2.
What was it?
1, Tokyo Drift, and 2. That's my order.
1, Tokyo Drift,
Tokyo
and then
Drift,
2.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
I'm going in the order that they go in. I
1,
like
2, 3.
them as is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one,
And
two,
not
three.
because they're all good, but the first one's just that's the one. That's the platform.
Yeah.
That's the foundation. It
That's
was
for sure.
solid. I loved it.
It
The
is.
second one,
And it's good acting. And yeah.
fucking it's in Miami. The skyline is
Yo.
fucking a
Yeah, bro.
fucking rainbow. It's a unicorn of a car. Like it's so beautiful. And when you
Yeah.
see it, you're just like take in as much as you can. And
Yep.
then the third one, I said it like this. The third one has the best driving sequences.
Yeah. For sure.
I beg to
Yeah.
differ,
What?
but I'm not. I don't know. Like the third one, it's a good movie, but it's not like number one. Number one was the best movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I assume your list is 1, 2, 3 as well.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, but as
You know
I
what?
would
I
say,
thought you would go 2, 1, 3. I thought you would go 2, 1, 3.
no, because the first movie, I mean, the car scenes and everything that they did in that first movie, it's just great. The second movie, yeah, it's Miami thing. I mean, it's real Miami, like as close as you can
Yeah,
get to
real
it.
Miami.
Yeah.
Got the jury and the hamburger meat all out.
Yes, sir.
Real Miami. Okay.
But the third one, to me, it is a good movie, but it's not a movie that I'll be like, hey, Ro, you want to watch, Tokyo Drift? No, I'll probably be like, you want to watch
You
Too Fast and
do it
Furious?
all the time when we lived in that apartment. We ran the shit out of Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yes.
We watched the shit out of Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yes.
And when
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift came out on DVD, if Julio came over, if fucking Hot Dog came over, if we didn't have anything to watch, we threw it on. Stop playing games, bro. He's bullshit. He's talking shit because he's in this new fucking hype of all these other facets. Yo, this man loved Tokyo Drift up until
I'm
recently.
sure you did. I'm sure you did, Mike.
Anyways,
just
let's not be a dead horse anymore.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next segment.
I found out and I sent it to you immediately. We've talked about in a past episode the Lion King video game and how unbearably hard that game was. Like unbearably hard.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. Listen to this, my man.
By Disney?
Listen to this.
Okay.
By Disney. Yes. The difficulty of the 1994 Lion King video game was made deliberately challenging at Disney's direction. The specific strategy was to prevent players from beating the game within a typical one-night rental period at stores like Blockbuster. This compelled players to either rent it multiple times or ideally buy the game.
Yeah.
I was blown away. And I go, check your Instagram right now. Look what I just found out.
Yep.
I could not believe, especially was, I think what they had said was the most difficult thing was the stampede scene.
The stampede scene and the giraffe level where the monkeys have to throw you.
Yeah, exactly.
First off, jumping on the giraffes was hard because even though some of them, the heads on the giraffes are the same size, but when you jump on some of them, it felt like even though on the screen they looked the same size, you're still missing them. And then these monkeys were throwing you all around. There was a specific pattern you had to do. And to remember it was such a pain in the ass. I remember playing this game a shit ton of times with my friend Omar. And bro, and that scene right there, that fucking level, what a fucking pain in the ass. Again, Disney was doing this on purpose to fucking make us rent these games. Aladdin has the same shit. Aladdin's not as hard as Lion King.
Yeah.
But it's almost similar thing because the Cave of Wonders has a similar aesthetic, but instead of like this, you're going at it like this. And it tells you question mark, so you know where to go up and down, and it tells you up and it tells you down, so you can move on the carpet. That's essentially of an updated version, more difficult. So absolutely, I fucking believe it. Yeah, hell yeah. Of course they did, because I rented Aladdin multiple times. And
Yeah.
Lion King,
Yep.
I have this thing where I need to fucking beat a game. Like, there's no way a game is gonna best me. And
Yep.
bro, but now that I think about it, I feel like I did get further than what like I've stated.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing the adult levels. I remember after you beat the Stampede, it does a cutscene with the hyenas. If you ever come back, we'll kill you.
Yeah.
So I remember that. I remember getting to the fucking level where fucking Mufasa comes out, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like it had like animation, like it had like a little like
Yeah.
video or whatever. But yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely,
Couldn't
totally
believe it.
believe it.
I want to throw that out there. I know we had talked about this already, but that was some news that we heard this week, and I had to like, hey, we need to put this on the pod. Because,
Disney was trying to drain us as much as possible in the 90s. And they basically were like, yo, we're gonna make these motherfuckers rent the shit out of this game. If not, buy it. Just fucking buy the game and you could
that's
beat
what
it.
they wanted.
And
That's what they wanted.
we eventually we equivalently spent what the game cost, if not more, upon
Probably.
renting it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the memes of the week.
There you go. There's our
The
new
memes of the
banner. Hope
week.
you enjoy it.
The memes of the week this week are brought to you by a few of my I got a few of my high school friends are like participating now. They're messaging me, they're talking about it, they're telling me that they're sharing it with their husbands, and we took their husbands back. Another one's like, I can't believe like you like how did you remember this? This is so like irrelevant. Like I was like, bro, I remember everything. And
Yeah.
now they see stuff like we were getting this from like our daily people that we talk to, like on the norm. Now it's almost to the point where I'm just like, hey, I saw this if you want to use it, and they're sending me like, so I'm getting like floods of memes now where I'm gonna have to like shout them out or whatever. But anyways, let's get into it. First meme of the meme of the week. On here we have, it says the 90s guy starter kit.
Yep.
What's here? None other than the what is that? A Polaroid belt?
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
leather? Yeah, like
That
a
you
corduroy
would
leather
wear
belt.
that, right? You would wear that belt, and then once it got through to the loop, you would make the remaining part of the belt, the slack, hang down.
Right, because it was always bigger than
Mhm.
whatever.
Right, but instead of making it go all the way around, you folded it in a way where it hang down. That was part of the style, making the belt fold downward.
Absolutely.
And then next to that, none other is the iconic 90s cologne, which my brother still has a bottle right now in his room
Yes,
of
I do.
Cool Water.
Cool water.
Everyone had Cool Water. I believe I went between Cool Water and Dolce Gabbana. And then on the bottom, we have the Cuban link chain, gold.
Yes.
I had a silver one,
Mhm.
but we have the gold Cuban link, and then we were all fucking hating the Winter Fresh gum. Everybody had fucking Winter Fresh gum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not one fucking like if you asked a guy in high school in the 90s and the early 2000s, let me get some gum. It was Winter Fresh.
It was
Winter
Winter
Fresh was
Fresh.
fucking killing it.
Just a
Juicy Fruit was
pack of-
dead because Juicy Fruit would fucking die out within 20 seconds of chewing it.
Yep.
All the other gums were just like not relevant. And this is before what's the one that pops out?
Chiclets.
Chiclets. Yeah, which wouldn't do shit anywhere. But this fucking Winter Fresh thing, like before that, when everybody had Winter Fresh gum in their fucking pockets.
Yeah.
But yeah,
everybody-
that's
and
the
if
meme.
you had a girlfriend, you pop a Winter Fresh, make out
Yeah.
with her.
Mhm.
No, and in high school, you had to make sure all your smells were on point. Your deodorant had to be on point. We were all rocking what Degree.
Degree. Yep.
We all had
Or
Cool
Right Guard,
Water.
I think is what I remember. Right Guard was another one.
Yeah. Oh, Right Guard was huge.
Yeah.
We all had Cool Water spray, and we had Winter Fresh for our breath. So that is the 90s guy starter kit. Corduroy belt, Cool Water cologne, Cuban link chain, and that Winter Fresh pack of gum. Hit me with the next one.
Let's see. All right.
So this one was sent to me by my boy from high school, Jesus Marrero. He and we grew up together, and we both had Game Gears. And he's like, the second I saw this, I had to send it to you. And it says, if you know what this is, your back probably hurts right now. And it's none other than the Sega Game Gear.
Yep.
The Sega Game Gear, I talked about this. this fucking thing is came out what 92, 93.
Yeah.
I had
You
like
a Game
5 or
Boy.
6 games on it. This thing ran through fucking batteries. We talked about that Duracell battery thing, and what I didn't mention was how us back then, if we wanted to get more juice out of these batteries, we were throwing the batteries in the fucking freezer
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
and hope and we
Hoping.
were gained some kind of charge. I don't
Yeah.
know where this came from, but somehow we heard from some like a friend from a friend, an uncle, a cousin. Oh, just throw the batteries in the freezer and it'll get more juice. There's no fucking science to this. Maybe
There
there is,
isn't.
and we'll look it up. But we were throwing fucking AA batteries into the freezer because we were running, especially if you were a Game Gear owner and your fucking parents didn't get you the battery pack.
Yeah.
We were running through batteries like fucking crazy. We were fucking up our fingers with that Duracell power check, and we were throwing batteries in the freezer because we're praying we could get another 20 minutes of play on
Easily.
Sonic, Mortal
Easily.
Kombat, Ren and
It,
Stimpy.
it's up there with blowing into the cartridge.
Yes.
That's my theory. That's
Absolutely.
what it just worked for us in the 90s.
Yeah.
6
Don't question it.
AA batteries is what
All the
that thing
fucking
took.
AA batteries.
Yeah, 6.
All right.
Don't question it. Just, you know what? It worked. Okay. If you don't think it worked now, fine. But you know what? You just had to be there. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Next one. Oh,
This
Here
one
we
hits
go.
in the feels. This
Okay.
one hits in the feels.
so this is for all my gals and my boys out there. We were all entrepreneurs back in the day. I specifically ran a CD burning business. We all were mini entrepreneurs burning CDs and selling them. I made a pretty good stack of money doing this. But on screen right now, the meme reads, "One day you burned a CD for the last time without even realizing it."
That hits you
And
right
that
in the
was
feels, bro.
probably around 2007, 2008,
Something like that.
when all of us were just like really honed in on having iPods. iPods came out earlier. I'm aware of this, but
Yeah.
I feel like the drop off for burning CDs was around 2007, 2008, because at that point the iPod almost became like a
The
necessity.
standard.
A
Yeah, it
necessity.
just became the standard.
It
It
wasn't
became
like
integrated with the car.
right
Yeah.
with the car radios that we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
Yep. You could plug it in and boom, you got a MP3
That
player in your
so
car.
much so that a lot of cars were already coming with the cable built in.
Yeah.
I believe the high ends like Mercedes and BMWs already were like, oh yeah, and in your dashboard, I mean, in your glove box, you had the. But yeah, man, who remembers burning CDs? Who remembers burning their last CD? Where my entrepreneurs at? Who was running that business? Yo, and not for anything. I mean, we had Eckerd's back in the day, and then
Yes.
became CVS. I remember again. I grew up the way I grew up, and we would,
Your
blank
discount?
CDs, 5-finger discount.
I know what you mean. Yep. I was just
If you ask me, I plead the fifth. Yeah, man. We burned CDs like crazy. My brother and I went through fucking stacks and stacks of CDs, and yeah, I cannot remember what the last CD I burned was,
Same.
but it had to be somewhere around the era of I want to say for me 2005, because since I worked at Best Buy, we got all the toys. Like we
Yeah.
had MP3 players. I had an MP3 player, and then I had an iPod in the car.
Yeah. And then of course you had, with all the CDs that you burned, you had the massive book in your car
Mhm.
full of CDs.
But then it's just a rock mix, rap mix, pop, R&B. Like I made mixes of all genres, and then I'll just do like party playlists and shit. Like we had a shit ton of CDs. Well, what's the mood? I got a CD for it. Oh shit! All right, I'll let you read this one.
Yep. All right. So I got a funny story about this one too. This one says, for those who you can see it. For those who are listening, it says, "I can't believe we really used to print out 4 pages of MapQuest directions and travel the streets like pirates following in a treasure map." And then, of course, it shows the picture of MapQuest. Let me tell you something. These directions were horrible. Horrible. They were garbage. How I know this is because, for the simple fact is, I'm going to Broward. with my friend. For the very first time, I'm 16 years old. I was a band geek, so I'm trying out for DCI, and the tryouts were in Broward. So I'm printing out 4 pages of MapQuest, and I'm giving it to him, and I'm driving my dad's Lincoln for sale, and it's like this thing was a boat, like it was just massive. So it was already a gas guzzler as we speak. But I'm saying, all right, what does it say? It's like, oh, you're supposed to turn here. So we're like, we're good. We're on I-75. We're going north. It's like, oh, you're supposed to go on a 595 here. Okay, great. And then they're like, you're supposed to go off on Nob Hill Road. And they're like, but I'm like, but like it says to go straight. I'm like, wait a minute, but Nob Hill Road's right here. It's like, no, just go keep going straight. He's telling me, like, that's what it says here. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm going straight. I make it all the way to downtown Fort Lauderdale. And I'm like, bro, we're in downtown Fort Lauderdale. I think we passed it. And as we're going, I'm like, I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going. Where are we going? Because 595 ends. And so I'm like, where do we go? I don't know where I'm going. I'm screaming at him, where are we going? There, it ends. It fucking ends. And so I go the loop, and I'm like, I go, bro. So I was with my friends. So I'm like, so I don't know where the hell I'm at. I don't know. And we're in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Okay. So I don't know where I'm at. So I go and I'm driving. And all of a sudden I see, if you've been to Fort Lauderdale, I've seen the very first tunnel I've ever seen in my life in South Florida. I'm like, a tunnel? Where are we? Like, I was like, when the hell did South Florida get a tunnel? I thought we couldn't have these things. And sure enough, it was a tunnel underneath the river. I'm like, this is New York shit. Where are we? And so enough, I'm like, finally, we made our way back, and we went back to 595, went back to Navarro Road, and we made it. But these directions were garbage. Stand my case.
Anytime, I mean, our generation, we learned streets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, we learned street names, street numbers. Miami, I think, is one of the easiest places because everything is numbers, except for when you get to Coral Gables. Coral Gables is
Hialeah,
Cordova and stuff like that. But like up here where I live, everything is a fucking name. Fucking Sparkleberry, fucking Two Notch, fucking what's the other one that I found weird? It's just they're just fucking weird names. And they're like, yeah, just go up to Sparkleberry. What the fuck did you say? And then make a left on fucking fucking Milky Way Road. What? Am I going to fucking Candyland? What the fuck are you talking about? These are actual fucking names up here. I'm like, there's no numbers. They're like, no, yeah. And then you just hook a ride and get on Two Notch. All right, bro. I'll go. Thank God I have a fucking GPS up here.
Thank God Waze exists.
Yeah, but back in we learned streets. But even then, if you're going far,
Yeah.
like the first time I did MapQuest is when I went to the Linkin Park concert and past Sawgrass. I think it was the stadium was next to Sawgrass, and up there. I fucking printed it out. I had my cousin reading it to me, but then I was also looking at it, and it wasn't as accurate, but I could kind of figure it out also with the fucking signs.
Yeah, because it was right there.
I was going to a stadium, so the signs were going to direct me. I just need to be put in the right direction. But no, MapQuest. Fuck you, bro. God bless that we have GPSs now. And if we didn't have GPSs now, I would tell you right now, here that when I moved to South Carolina, I wouldn't order. I'd order everything. I wouldn't fucking leave my house.
Two Notch, bro. Damn, Two Notch.
Jump on Two Notch, make a left at Sparkleberry, and then go down to Ferry Fart, and then make sure you fucking do a U-turn at fucking
Circle Jerk.
Fucking ridiculous names of streets up here. But anyways, that does it. Those are your memes of the week. How many times did you map quest to go somewhere? And how many times did it lead you in the wrong direction? How many times were you there fucking lost? And then you had to fucking use your minutes to call somebody to figure out where the fuck you were going.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's going to do it.
Yep.
Again, we have a sickness. We're going to get to a point where these shows run to fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
We can't fucking, I'm here telling myself, I think today we'll do it. Today we'll stay under an hour. And we're at an hour and 45.
This is, I think, our longest episode yet.
It is. But I mean, those of you listening, I'll make some cuts so it doesn't it won't be an hour and 45 when you hear it, but we just have a lot to talk about, and we love talking about it. And I hope you guys like literally get some kind of like transported back. We talked about car radios today. We talked about movie spotlight, Fast and the Furious. We talked about the fucking Lion King and how we got scammed. That's why they made it fucking hard. We did our salute to our boy here, JDF. You know,
Yep.
RIP, happy birthday to him. True fucking icon to me. And then we did our hauls in the beginning. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say again, I should have said in the beginning, but thank you for following. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please do like, subscribe, follow the podcast if you're listening to it. If you're on YouTube, it does help out. Again, the viewership and everything is going up. The last episode, I think, was our fastest rising to like 40 views in like 30 in 3 days. And
Yeah.
again, I know these are baby numbers. We're a baby podcast. We're a baby
Yes.
channel. But I appreciate everyone that's giving us
Yes.
time
Thank you.
from their day to hop into this DeLorean and book it to fucking 88 with us
Yes.
and see what the retro life is all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. When we do the reels, share them. If you want to follow us on our socials, I am at Roly's Retro Room on all socials. Tony is Tony in Retro, and Mike is DJ Mikey Mix. Follow us on all of our socials, and we are on YouTube. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, keep it retro. We'll see you in the next one.
Later.